Hello and welcome. I'm a hotel AI expert, and I'm so pleased to welcome all of you, the students of Europe Hotel School, to your online learning journey. Today, we're going to dive into a massive transformation happening in our industry forecasting. We'll explore how it's evolving from simple guesswork into a precise science. For as long as there have been hotels, managers have been chasing one thing: the ability to know, with some certainty, who's going to walk through their doors and when. It's really been the holy grail of our entire industry. But what was once an art form, based purely on intuition, is now very rapidly becoming a science. So here's our game plan. We'll start by looking at the old ways of forecasting, and then we'll jump into the AI-powered strategies of today. We'll peek inside the technology itself, see its real-world impact on revenue, and understand the huge cultural shift it creates. And finally, we'll pinpoint the new critical skill that you, as a future leader, will need to master. All right, let's jump in. To really appreciate how revolutionary this is, we first have to understand where we've come from and, well, the serious limitations of the old way of doing things. It really wasn't that long ago that forecasting was a totally manual process. A sale manager would pull up last year's spreadsheets, look at the numbers, and then kind of sprinkle in their own experience, a bit of gut feeling about local events or what the economy was doing. Honestly, it was the best they could do with the tools they had.
But here's the problem. That world, it's gone. The modern travel landscape is just incredibly dynamic and volatile. Relying on approximations and gut feelings is no longer just inefficient, it's a direct risk to a hotel's financial health.
And that brings us right to the heart of this shift, moving from the old way of guessing to a new way of knowing. And believe me, this isn't just a simple upgrade. It's a completely different ballgame. Just look at the contrast here. We're moving from a manual, reactive process based on approximation to an automated, proactive one that's driven by pure precision. And this impacts everything. I mean, every single decision, from staffing schedules and inventory orders to what's on the restaurant menu, is transformed by this shift. So how is this precision even possible? Well, let's pop the hood and look inside the engine that powers modern forecasting. It all comes down to processing massive amounts of data in real time. The real magic here is the ability to synthesize information that would be impossible for any human to track. AI algorithms don't just look at your hotel's past performance, they look at everything. Are people searching for flights to your city? Is a major festival planned? What are your competitors charging right now? This complete view is what turns a guess into a data-driven calculation. One of the key tools making this happen is Amadeus Demand 360. Think of it as your market radar. It gives you that forward-looking data, showing you exactly how you stack up against your competitors. It can tell you months in advance if you're losing ground in corporate bookings, for example, allowing your sales team to act before that opportunity is just gone. Now for the next piece of the puzzle. A tool like Duetto takes all that data and turns it into a concrete strategy. Its whole goal is to find that perfect balance between filling rooms, that's occupancy, and charging the right price for them, which we all know as your average daily rate, or ADR. Okay, so let's see how this actually translates into real-world results. Theory is great, right? But how does this technology actually make a hotel's revenue and sales team smarter? Here's a classic example. Instead of just offering a blanket discount for the entire slow winter season, AI might identify a single week where demand is unexpectedly high, maybe because of a niche conference. This allows the hotel to hold its rates for that micro season, capturing revenue that would have otherwise been left on the table. Now, imagine this common, high-stakes dilemma for a sales manager. A major corporation wants a fixed, discounted room rate for the entire year. Sure, it guarantees business, but at what cost? Do you take the deal, or do you hold out for potentially higher-paying leisure guests? This is where AI becomes an absolutely essential advisor. First, the forecast predicts a massive surge in demand during the summer. Second, it instantly calculates the displacement cost. That's the money you'd lose by giving those rooms to the corporation instead of high-paying tourists. Finally, it tells you in hard numbers if this contract is actually a net positive for your bottom line. Making the wrong call on just one contract like that could cost a hotel tens of thousands of dollars in displaced revenue. This isn't an exaggeration. It's the financial reality of making decisions without complete data. AI provides the clarity to avoid these kinds of costly mistakes. But this is about so much more than just the numbers. This technology creates a profound cultural shift. It moves an entire team from being reactive, constantly putting out fires, to being proactive and truly strategic.
And here's what that looks like in practice. When your team knows with near certainty that demand will dip in 3 months, they don't wait. At 90 days out, they see the problem. At 60 days, they're launching targeted campaigns. By 30 days, they're calling their group database to fill the gaps. They are shaping their future, not just reacting to it. And it is precisely this stability, this forward-thinking control, that separates the true market leaders from the properties that are always one step behind, constantly just struggling to catch up.
This brings us to our final and I think most important point. As we look to the future of our industry, it's about more than just the technology itself. It's about the human element. Please remember this. The AI can give you a forecast with 95% accuracy, but it can't devise a creative marketing campaign, build a relationship with a corporate client, or inspire the team. The technology provides the what. Your job, your most critical skill, is to understand the why and determine what's next. And that is the question I want to leave you with. As you prepare to lead in this new era, the data will be at your fingertips. The machine will tell you what is likely to happen. The defining challenge for your career will be how you interpret that data, how you innovate from it, and how you lead your team to act upon it. That is where true excellence will be found.